Well, I think you said it. There's an instant kind of recharge of the battery. Getting inserted to in a pennant race and playing baseball that matters. When I was with Cincinnati, we played a lot of baseball that mattered for a long time, and the past couple years have been tough, and I'm really looking forward to getting back in and hopefully catching the Nationals.
After a couple of seasons, the last 2 years that have been a little down for you, having an incredible offensive year this year, what's been the key to that resurgence for you?
I would say health, most importantly. In 2014 I had knee surgery, and I'll never use that as an excuse as to why I actually struggled. But I think it created some bad habits, and they kind of leaked into 2015 a little bit for me. And I think this year, some small changes that I actually noticed the past 2 years, and being healthy, I think is the biggest key. And I feel like myself again, and it's been going well so far.
Over here, Jay, please. It sounds like last year at the trade deadline you almost got traded. During the winter you almost got traded. Were you curious when you heard about the medical stuff this time whether it actually was going to materialize? And what has it been like for the last year to be involved with so many rumors?
Yeah, I feel like I've been getting traded to the Mets for over a year now. You never know. You never know what's going to happen until it actually happens. And last year, I mean, there's some crazy stuff during the deadline, and I try not to jump to conclusions or assume anything. So, I waited until I got the call, and when it happened, I was very, very excited. There was a lot of emotions. It's a group of guys I grew up with over there in Cincinnati, guys that I have a lot of respect for, both on and off the field. And but I'm in a new place, and I get to know these guys, and sounds like a great group of guys, and I look forward to being part of this.
Jay, the Mets clinched the division last year in Cincinnati. What do you remember about seeing them do that kind of on your field there, and what were some of your impressions of the Mets last year and the team that you're joining now?
Well, I mean, obviously the pitching staff here is unbelievable. One of the dirtiest pitches I've ever been thrown was by Juris Familia, and I think I might have been the last out of the game. The strikeout, maybe. Right? Is that right? Yeah. And I remember them being obviously very happy, which they should have been, and them getting Cespedes last year and really riding their good play and to a great season, and I hopefully get to be a part of that this year.
I don't think there are any former Reds on the Mets. Do you have a connection to anybody on this team? Did you hear from anybody in the last 24 hours?
Well, David Wright reached out to me. He's a guy that I've really looked up to my whole career, and gotten to know him a little bit. I reached out to him probably 3-4 years ago now, just to pick his brain about, in my opinion, he's one of the most professional people I've ever been around and seen play the game, not to mention he's a great player. So him, and I know some guys, James Loney, I've gotten to know Curtis Granderson a little bit, being around some of these guys at the All-Star games. Neil Walker I've played against a lot, and just being around, this is my 9th season, so I've seen a lot of these guys play for a long time, and seems like an easy group of guys to get to know, and I look forward to that.